Don't forget to push that like button as it does help out the channel. And if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and enable all notifications so you don't miss a single video. And I thank you for 7 years of support. Just when you thought it was safe to check Screen Rant. No, I'm just kidding. It's never safe to check them. So we have another interesting, and when I say interesting, I mean fucking stupid, article from Screen Rant that I'm going to debunk today on this video. And I'm going to tell you exactly what they got wrong and why, because I always do that. This article is called "Even Dragon Ball Fans Don't Know Goku's Real Name," and it's not Kakarot. So when I was sent this, I was like, okay, that's interesting. Let me look into it. So I decided to go in and check out the article. Now, Screen Rant has the reputation for literally years now of putting out garbage articles. They're one of many websites that do it. And I've talked about this before. These websites, the majority of time, the people who write these articles either don't do enough research, they don't care to do any research, they're not real fans, or they are fans but they have very surface level knowledge, which there's nothing wrong with being a casual fan. I've said this a million times, but the problem with that is you're going to write an article and put out BS information that's going to just confuse people or make you look stupid. And this is one of those articles. So the article talks about that, oh, Dragon Ball fans don't know Goku's real name, and it's not Kakarot. So from the very beginning of Dragon Ball, early on, his name was Son Goku. And then at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, we found out from his older brother that his real name is Kakarot, or in the Japanese, Kakaroto, right? Which is a pun on carrot. So if you go on to read this article, and I already looked through it, I'm going to spare you the details here, because all these articles are the same. They start with a little paragraph introducing the character and Goku and blah, blah, blah. Then they start going into where they got their research from, like where they got their idea from, right? He goes into Toriyama's original draft for Dragon Ball, which I've covered in a video. I've actually done a video called like the origin of Dragon Ball, where I went through Toriyama's writing process on his way to finishing up Dragon Ball back in '84. And I'll leave a link at the end of this video for you to watch that one, because it's a really good video. I'm very proud of it. Nobody else talked about that on here, you know. But he basically talks about, long story short, and this is something most Dragon Ball fans know, Son Goku is based on a character from Journey to the West known as Son Wukong. Now, there's a lot of aspects of Journey to the West that basically are used in Dragon Ball. Not just Son Wukong and some of the characters from Journey to the West, but also lots of aspects. I have a new series here on the channel called Dragon Ball X Saiyuki that I do with Jordan the Dragon Lee, where we go into a lot of this. Like things like characters like Broly and Gohan, Universe 6 Saiyans, all this stuff is borrowed from the original Saiyuki, Journey to the West, and including Goku. So this guy goes on to write a bunch of crap that I'm going to summarize for you here in the video, and he shows one of the early drafts of Goku, which is, this is accurate. At one point, when Toriyama was first coming up with Dragon Ball, he did consider making Goku a legitimate monkey boy like Son Wukong, right? That's fine. If he were to title the article Goku's original form, or this is what Goku was supposed to look like, or whatever, then maybe it'd be more accurate. But that's not what he says. That's not what Sebastian Bach says. He says that fans don't know Goku's real name and it's not Kakarot. So basically, you can skim all that BS. I already read all this before I started recording. He basically says that Son Goku's real name is Son Wukong. There's a problem with that. The problem with that is that Son Wukong is how you say that character's name from Journey to the West, which is a Chinese folk story. The character's name is Son Wukong in Chinese. Can you take a guess as to what his name is in Japanese? It's Son Goku. Son Wukong's name is literally Son Goku. Son Wukong is not Goku's real name. It's a translation of Wukong. That's what Son Goku is. Before there was even a Dragon Ball, Son Wukong was referred to as Son Goku by the Japanese because that is the translation of his name. Goku in Dragon Ball, although based on Son Wukong, is not the same character, not even close. In Journey to the West, Son Wukong was actually a bad guy first. And the Journey to the West isn't really about him. He's just a character in the story, right? I cover a lot of this with Jordan the Dragon Lee on that new series in the channel. Check that out so you can learn more about this because it is interesting. And so he talks about like Son Wukong is the name coming, enlightenment, emptiness of the void. All of that's true. That information is not wrong. But the clickbait here to say, well, Dragon Ball fans don't know Goku's real name, but I do. You don't know shit, Sebastian Bach. Obviously, this guy was watching a video that I put out or a video that Jordan put out or maybe somebody else. There's not a lot of us here on YouTube that cover Journey to the West stuff. Like, in relation to Dragon Ball, there's not that many, which is why I decided to come up with that series because I try to come up with unique stuff for my channel. I don't follow trends. You know, everybody on YouTube started doing what ifs. I didn't. Did it cost me views? Maybe. People on YouTube started covering fan manga. I didn't. Did it cost me views and subs? Probably. Doesn't matter. I do the kind of content that I want to do for my audience, and maybe someday I'll do, like I have done fan manga once in a while, and I've done what ifs once in a while, but very rarely is that going to be part of my content. It's just not the kind of content I'm good at. I'm not good at that. What I'm good at is I'm a good researcher, right? And I'm good at explaining things, and I have a little bit of comedy there too. So Son Wukong is just the Chinese original name for a character known as Son Goku in Journey to the West. Goku in the Chinese version of Dragon Ball is not named Son Wukong. He's named Son Goku because just like with the English dub, they didn't rename him Dan or Son Chris. No, he's Goku. Now, there was an early English dub that called him Zero. That was the Harmony Gold dub. But in all subsequent dubs, his name has been Goku. And in fact, almost every language that translates this character right here, this one on your screen, they use the name Goku, not Wukong. Because Wukong, although Goku is based on Wukong, is not the same character. They're not the same character, dude. So he's basically trying to be clever. In fact, he even gives himself away right here in the description where he says, Son Goku's name is derived from the Japanese translation of the Chinese character which make up the name Son Wukong, a hero from Journey to the West. So it's like, okay, most Dragon Ball fans do know that fact. But he tries to clickbait by saying, well, it's Goku's real name. It's not Goku's real name. Son Goku's real name in the world of Dragon Ball is Kakaroto. That's his real name. Point blank, that's his birth name. He was named Son Goku by his grandfather that found him, Son Gohan. That's elementary Dragon Ball knowledge. But like always, Screen Rant has to figure out ways to clickbait people and fool gullible people so that now they're going to go and tell their friends, hey, you want to know a little tidbit nobody else knows? Goku's real name is Wukong. No, I'm serious. I read it on Screen Rant. And that's how bullshit gets spread around when it's not. Goku is based on Wukong, but his name is not Wukong. He's Son Goku. His journey, albeit he went through a similar path to Wukong in some instances, Goku's story is completely different. Wukong didn't fight the same people Goku fought. Saiyans don't exist in Journey to the West. There's tons of characters that are in Dragon Ball that are not in Journey to the West, like... It's just mind-blowing. But again, it shouldn't surprise you. It is Screen Rant. What can you do? I haven't read any of these other articles. And a lot of them, I'm sure some of you guys could debunk. You know, I don't know. Even One Punch Man knows Saitama Toughest Foe isn't really a villain. Or whatever. I haven't even read that article, so I don't know what he's talking about. But the point is that when it comes to Dragon Ball, Screw Attack struck out yet again. That's it for this video. Make sure you check out the Sayuki content on the channel. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.